Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick.
I'm Ian.
And today we're going to talk about something that I don't think we've talked about on the show before. And that is some of the better, or at least some of the ones that we've used before or had experience with, some of the better entry-level and mid-grade turntables available. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click on that link down below and go check out the Vinyl Den Facebook group. You know, it's kind of a cool place to hang out and continue the music conversation.
Absolutely.
There's also a couple of other links down there. There's one for the Vinyl Den merch page. We got t-shirts and sweatshirts on there. And there's also a link for the Vinyl Den Patreon page. If you want to support the show, it's always greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give it the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we release new episodes. So I know turntables can be kind of a polarizing topic in the vinyl community. When we talk about entry level, we're not going to talk about like any of the Crosley turntable, any of the suitcase turntables or anything like that. Like as far as like entry level turntables go, I think like the basic one, at least it's the one that I started out with, which was I started with the Audio-Technica LP60. I think it's actually the AT LP60 XBT now. And it's still relatively cheap. You can still get it for $150, $150 online. And, it is a good turntable. The issues I have with it is it seems to be, it's mainly a plastic turntable.
Yeah.
The tone arm and stuff seems a little cheaper on it. It sounds fantastic, though.
It's the one I still use. I'm still using it right now.
And my son Jack actually has my old LP60, and actually I have another one sitting on the table behind the camera here. So, it is a really good turntable. The thing is with it, it's not really upgradable. Whereas, and that's the thing you're going to get with a lot of entry-level turntables. That one's a great one. What's another great one? The Fluence RT81 is another great entry-level turntable. I want to say the one's about $200 to $250 online. And the kind of the same thing with the RT81. There's not anything really upgradable to it. And, like I said, you're going to get a great sound out of a box with those turntables. But, and I think that's a great place to start with a lot of newer people are getting into.
I would say
vinyl.
your entry level is going to run you in under $200.
Yeah.
If you're in that under $200 range, or say $100 to $200, that's kind of your mid-range quality ones.
Yeah.
And
another one that fits in that range is the U-Turn Orbit, the U-Turn Orbit Basic, which is another turntable that I have. Actually, I use it as my secondary table upstairs. Mm-hmm. And, I want to say the Basic is under $200. It's like $199, I think, is what it costs. And that's a great turntable also. The only issue I have with the U-Turn is the fact that if you want to listen to a 45, you have to manually move the belt on it. And, and I've had issues getting that belt back on.
And I think it'll stretch the belt out prematurely.
I have seen online people say that they have two separate belts, one that they listen to at 33 and another one that they listen to at 45, just so they don't stretch the belt out.
I still think, even just taking it off and putting it back on could potentially do that. The Audio-Technica has a switch.
Yeah.
So it's easy. It shouldn't stretch the belt out any more than just it being adjusted.
Yeah. And the same thing with the Fluence RT81. It also has a switch. It's got an internal belt.
Yeah.
So but the switch on the outside of it changes speeds on it.
And we might do a video. I just thought of this between what's better, belt driven or direct drive. We'll have to really look into that a bit more. But I think the vast majority of your turntables are going to be belt driven.
Yeah. So moving up to the mid-grade turntables, the one that I use is the Fluence RT85, which I think is a fantastic turntable. It comes with the Ortofon Blue cartridge, which sounds absolutely fantastic. And I've been really impressed with this turntable and the way it sounds so far. And it's decently priced. You can get about $500 online. Right. Another one that I see a lot out there. And so when I upgraded, so I went from my LP60 to my U-Turn Orbit.
Right. And
then from there, I was trying to decide if I wanted to go with either the Fluence RT85 or the other one I was going to talk about, the Audio-Technica LP120, which is a fantastic turntable. It's a little bit cheaper than the Fluence. Arunia was $350, about $350 online. And it's one that I see a lot of people in the vinyl community have. There's a lot of posts I see on Instagram, on Facebook, of people with the Audio-Technica LP120, which, I haven't really heard any complaints. I'm not sure what.
I've thought about getting it myself, to be honest with you.
It's a good looking turntable, also a good standard one. And then what was the other one we had?
The Pro-Ject debut carbon, and then which is about $500, and it has an upgrade model came out last year, which is the Evo, but I don't know if it's worth the extra $150.
Yeah, I see a lot of people with the Pro-Ject debut carbons. They're also great sounding turntables from what I've seen. It's one that I haven't used personally, but I've heard a lot of people rave about them online. There's quite a few guys in the Facebook group that have them.
Okay.
So those are definitely three turntables that are good to kind of move from, when you get in with with an entry level table, to kind of move up to a little bit better sounding overall sound. There's a little bit more customization that you can do with the mid-grade turntables. If you don't want to spend the $500 for a Fluence RT85, I think you could the entry level in that position, or in that kind of mid-grade with the Fluence, I think is the RT82. Which is almost the same kind of table as the 85, but it doesn't have upgraded. It doesn't have the upgraded platter, and it doesn't have the upgraded stylus or cartridge also. So,
which you can upgrade the stylus and cartridge yourself.
Absolutely, save yourself a couple $100 early on. The upgraded platter, I want to say, is like $50 or $80 to upgrade outside of it. I think there's even some like third party ones that you can use to kind of upgrade it. And then obviously you can go with whatever stylus and cartridge that you want.
Yep.
So once you get past those mid-grade turntables, you start getting up into, I don't really want to call them high-end turntables, because there's some high-end turntables that
like
are
$5,000,
$5,000 to $15,000.
Right.
But kind of like the low end of the high end,
right,
I guess is kind of the best way to put it. There's a couple of really good turntables out there. These are ones that neither one of us have used, but I've seen them. They've got great reviews. And everything I've read about them online, they seem like fantastic for turntables. The first one is the Clear Audio concept, which I know Matt at Too Many Records, if you guys watch his YouTube channel, that's the turn. I think it's the turntable he uses, but that one is really similar to the Marantz TT15S1, which is because the Marantz is actually built by Clear Audio to Marantz's specifications. So those are both really similar turntables in that like $1,500 range. So definitely a little bit more than what we've talked about so far, which is like mid-grade was $500 or $600. So we're definitely well over $1,000 for those, but they both have really great reviews. They look like really fantastic turntables. What was the third one was the Technics
1500C.
I don't know how you pronounce it.
I've always called it Technics.
Technics, but that was the 1500C, which I want to say that one was like $1,200.
Yeah, $1,199.
So
$1,200.
And that one's like I know that's a really popular turntable. I see that a lot online. Also, I see a lot of Instagram posts with those. But those are some interesting kind of turntables across the beginning range to like I said, a little bit more pricier, not really high end turntables, but the low end of high end.
Right. If any of you out there have a Technics, in the description for it says it's bomb-proof build. It's got a bomb-proof build.
Yeah.
If any of you have it and have tested the bomb-proofness of it,
let us know.
Well,
that's all we got for you this week, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. Drop us a comment down below and let us know what you guys use for turntables. Because, like I said, there's a ton of different ones out there. There's a bunch of great entry-level ones. And, I know Crosley gets a lot of grief, but actually Crosley's building some decent turntables. They've got some mid-grade turntables that they came out with over the last year or so. I've kind of seen them pop up. I don't really know anything about them, but drop us a comment. Let us know what you guys use. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give it the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. That's all I got. Until next time.
Talk to y'all later.
Keep on spinning. Peace.